All right, we're gonna do a little touch base here. I have finished the side panels. They look really good. If you look at it, they flow really nice with the bike. Side panels are done. This is my extension that I had to add to amend into the frame. They've already been they've all been sanded. I cleaned up the screw pockets. So those are nice and clean now. It's all mounted on. And then on this side, same thing. I got the clearance gap between the tank. You can still remove the tank with these in place, so it's really nice. So these are on here. Again, the pockets have been cleaned up. All the edge, sharp corners have all been buffed down with a light radius. And as you can see, point addition on there. The headlight fairing. All right, the gap that I had mentioned in the previous video was still not enough. By the time I add my wheel hugger on there, I was not happy. I was worried about when if the forks were to become bottomed out, that there was a potential chance for a collision to the bottom of the headlight fairing. So I ended up cutting my tabs out that I had fiberglassed into here and resetting them, and I actually had another set of mounts. So basically I've moved the headlight assembly up 1 inch, and it actually looks really well. I like it. I didn't want to move it up, but the profile, side view profile is still nice, even though it's a little bit higher. But from a safety standpoint, it needed to come up. So with that, you can probably see if you reference the old video, this actually moved up quite a bit. I actually added more fiberglass, about this much, to the face. So basically I use aluminum foil tape, put it on the outside of here, and then had it nice and straight, and then laid glass from the inside that bonded it to the surface, so you can't even tell that I actually added a good almost 3/4 of an inch of material to the actual part here. So henceforth it changed the shape here. So I added that on both sides, and if you can see, I did add my scallop in the bottom, which came out really nice. You know, it's not really needed as much now. It's still nice because then I don't have to be worrying about fudge factor with my tire hugger that's going to be on there. So again, all I had to do was cut the mounts loose from here, and then I used my sander and leveled out the interior surface here. And basically I still used Bondo to temporarily glue it to here, and then cleaned up the Bondo. And then when I added the extension onto the side here, I went ahead and laminated over the top of the metal bracket that holds it in place. So we're all good there. So in the interim, this is going to be like my catch-all video. My shop's kind of trash now. I got so much dust from sanding. I try to do it when the weather's warmer, so I can open the garage door and sand on the outside, and I was able to do that during the day, but then the evening comes around and I'm still wanting to work on it, and so I get a lot of dust and junk on the floor, and then I still have my tools from doing everything. But anyways, in the interim, I decided to work on my wheel hugger. So I happen to have a spare tire mounted on a rim, and I use it as my master for making a wheel hugger. I've already got glass, 3 layers of 1.5 ounce mat applied on here, and I got it all taped up, and of course the moving film applied around the tire, so it keeps it, because this is a nice Ducati rim and that I planned for a future build. So I wanted to use it since the tire was nearly brand new on here. I had less than 500 miles on this rubber, so it made a perfect candidate for making a one-off. And I just laid it up, but it's actually dry already. So I'm trying to determine if I'm going to make an actual physical mold from this part, so I will probably clean this up, sand it, make it all nice and pretty and to the shape that it needs to be, and then make an actual mold of this part so that in the future I'm able to make more wheel huggers without having to buy them. I can actually just make one up. So my shop still got all the cardboard and stuff. I use my wheel balancer to hold the tire up on here while I taped it all up and everything. And you can see I had put a Sharpie on the edge of the tire edge, so I had a reference point to cut this part, do a parting line when I go to cut it. As you can see, it's right there. And so I'll be able to demold this part, start shaping it out, and then I will make an internal mold. I have a lot of experience with making regular molds. I make lots of other things on a side business, and they're all standard molds. So I may touch a video on making a mold for these parts. So stay tuned, and we will touch back when I move forward again on something else. So at the end, this is this video. As it stands, the headlight fairing is done. It just needs minor body work at this point. As far as filling up any of the air bubbles from the putties that I used on here. And then I probably am going to put something, laminate the inside here to give it a more uniform thickness and get rid of any kind of inconsistencies in there. Make it look decent from a standoff view. So at this point, this is done, and I'm not going to focus anymore on the video of this, and we'll move on to something else. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.